tonight is a comedy legend and the creator of chat show god Alan Partridge. Yes, Steve Coogan will be here in just a minute.
A40 westbound, don't even think about it. Chock-a-block.
The newly reformed All Saints will be chatting and playing Never Have I Ever with me later. What did you do?
I cried. Like a baby.
And he's the star of the brilliant Catastrophe and the funniest man on Twitter. Yes, Rob Delaney will be dropping by.
Kill me! I'm so ugly! Put me out of my misery! Kill me!
And Michaela, Coel and Michael Socha will be beaming themselves onto my sofa.
They've got bigger willies, haven't they?
That is
that's
true.
That's a special power, I think, in itself.
But before all that, oh my God, what a week it's been. Matt LeBlanc caused outrage while filming for Top Gear and donutting a car by the cenotaph. I don't pay my TV licence for this sort of behaviour. If I'm honest, I don't pay me licence fee at all. But my point is still a valid one. When I saw that car swerving around with smoke billowing, my first thought was that George Michael was now driving for Uber. Did you see all those curly black tyre marks he left at the foot of Big Ben? Did you see that? Yeah. Major Tim Peake ain't going to know what to think from space. What? What did you all make of the budget? Do you have a good one? Yeah. He froze prices on alcohol and petrol. Well, that was... And that was a relief, because some of the stuff in my globe is technically both. It's win-win for me. Apparently, Osborne was worried if he put fuel up, he'd be accused of using motorists as a cash cow. And there's the mental image I could have done without. Jeremy Clarkson being milked. He came down on celebs who avoid tax. Quite right, and before you start, we only filmed this show in the Cayman Islands because the dry heat is good for me athlete's foot. Thank you. And thank you for coming all the way to the Cayman Islands. People complain about austerity, but we're all in it together, aren't we? We've all got to do our bit. I've read that many MPs are cutting costs by switching to own-brand rent boys. Did you know that? That's what I heard. He went from hapless chat show host to Hollywood fame and has been on the tastiest TV trips since Nigella's special brownies. Give it up for Steve Coogan! Well, let me get your drink.
Oh, Sunny D, that'll do me perfectly.
Oh, that's lovely, Sunny D.
That's part of my health regime. In a wine glass, so I can pretend it's alcohol.
Yeah, why not, love?
Yeah, lovely.
Now, listen, I was talking about Top Gear a minute ago.
Yeah.
You love cars, didn't you?
Yeah, I've been on it 3 times.
What did you make of them donutting round the cenotaph? Was you outraged?
I was outraged.
Was you?
Outraged. Outraged.
Yeah.
That's it, I was just outraged.
Right.
I mean, it probably was inappropriate.
But the thing is, they were saying, oh, we didn't know it was there. But it's been there for 96
Yeah.
years. I mean, it ain't like a pop-up cenotaph, you know what I mean? Oh, that used to be a bank. Oh, you know, it's been there. It's pretty bloody big.
Yeah. Yeah.
30,000 people signed for Alan Partridge to be the new host of Top Gear. Didn't you miss a trick, him not signing up for it? He would have been great, wouldn't he?
He would have been great, but we're doing plenty with Alan, and if you oh there he is. No, I mean, yeah, but I mean you'd have to write comedy every week, and it's like because people think I just put Alan's wig on and then I'm immediately funny. But I'm not, as you can see. I have to write it, and it'd be a lot of work. And you know, and I mean, I do like cars, but I always feel a bit self-conscious about it. You know, I mean, about liking fast cars. It's a bit naff, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, I'm not into cars.
No, I mean, the thing is, when I'm so embarrassed about it, what I do is I hide Car magazine inside a traffic magazine.
Now, this year, Alan Partridge is celebrating 25 years in this business we call show. Why has the character of Partridge endured? What's the secret of his success?
I don't know. I think because people don't hate it, even though because he's a bit of an idiot, but people do sort of like him as well. And they sort of don't want, even though he says silly things, and he's insulting sometimes. He's not malicious. He's also very British, and I think the British like sort of we like triers. We don't like people who are very, very successful. We like people who try and nearly get there but fail.
Yes, that's it. Like Eddie the Eagle and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. And also, we always celebrate Dunkirk rather than D-Day, which was a retreat.
Is that true?
Well, yeah, we all got the boats and I wasn't there. I wasn't there. I really wasn't there.
I think one of the reasons Partridge lasted so long is that there's a bit of Partridge in everyone, isn't it? Would you say that's true?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Have you seen the accidental Partridge hashtag on Twitter?
I have seen it, yeah. It's people do sort of very Partridge-like things.
Yeah.
Actually, Obama was on it, President Obama, not because of anything he said, but because he was standing in a Partridge-like way. He had his foot up on the desk like this, and he was pointing with his fingers like double gunning like this. And it was just a photograph of the president like that, and they said that was very Partridge-like.
Would you mind reading them out?
OK, shall I say who they're by?
Yeah.
Chris Evans. A40 westbound, don't even think about it. Chock-a-block.
I can't believe that one from Eamon Holmes.
Eamon Holmes. Lights out in bed and the phone rings at 2:30 a.m. Jeremy Kyle calling to see if I'm awake. Well, I blooming well am now, Jezza.
This Kanye West one, that's my favourite.
Exes can be mad, but just know I never let them play with my ass. I don't do that. I stay away from that area altogether.
That's a very Partridge.
Yeah, I do not let them do that. Yeah, no, never.
Now, Alan's currently on our screens in Series 2 of the brilliant Mid-Morning Matters on Sky Atlantic. Is it a take or a homage of local radio? How do you see it yourself?
It's sort of a bit of both, because I sort of like local radio. I think it's really good that these people, you know, whenever I'm driving up and down the country, I always tune into the local radio stations. It's often the people that phone in. It's just the only company they've got is someone to chat to them.
Yeah.
And so that's what Alan's a bit like that. So it's a bit of both. Yeah.
Because I'd like a show on a Saturday, and like you'd talk about like phone-ins, it'd be like immigration or Syria. No one would do anything. Yet you'd say, do you put jam or cream on a scone? Oh, please, honestly. Do you know what I mean? That's what it was like. Chill out. Anything like, you know, anything...
Well, I mean, one of his phone-in questions was, how often should you wash your towels? Yeah. Interesting questions.
As well as Partridge, is it true you're doing the trip again?
Yes, we're doing another one.
You jammy sod. How do you get... We love the trip. How do you get that job?
It is the easiest job I do. We just turn up, there's no scripts, we make it up as we go along, we eat fantastic food, and we just go to all these beautiful places, and we try and be funny, and the unfunny bits they cut out, and the funny bits they keep in. There you go, Bob's your uncle.
And, of course, the impressions you do with Rob. Now, you must sit there for hours doing your Michael Caine and Roger Moore to each other. Doesn't it ever get on your...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Rob doesn't go around doing impressions quite as much as he does on the trip. I don't mind doing them as much as I pretend to mind doing them on the trip.
Yeah.
So, and we do sometimes, before we do a take, we say, what should we do? Who should we do we haven't done before? And we can't think of anyone, then we end up just doing Michael Caine again.
Because the thing is with impressionists, I find they are... I went for dinner once. It was like a dinner party, and there was one there. But they shoehorn them in.
Yeah, I know.
He goes, oh, I won't say his name, but he goes, oh, I wonder what Chris Eubank would say if he wanted bread. You're like, what do you give a what?
No, you should just say if you want to do an impression. Like, I want to do an impression, please.
Just say it.
I actually can do... I've just thought of someone I've done before. I think who and I think I'm going to do it in the next trip is I can do quite a good Billy Connolly.
Oh, right, go on then.
Because Billy Connolly talks like that. Why did they do that? Do you know, where is that? They do that like that.
Yeah.
And talks about his wee willy. Do they? Way.
Because, you know, I've been working on some impressions myself.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking of ditching Rob, you know, for the trip, then I'd love to come along and audition for you. Is that OK?
Yeah, let's hear some.
I'll audition. Waiter! Let's see. this.
Wow. This is almost like you planned it.
I know. There you go.
Shall I sit at the table, I suppose?
Yeah, I might move forward a bit.
Let's move this over there.
OK, I'm going to do some impressions. See if you can guess who they are, OK? Hello, and welcome to Loose Women. On today's show, who's that?
Janet Street Porter.
Janet Street Porter. That was still there.
That was quite good.
Shut up, George. Shut up, Bungle. Where's Rod Jaden?
You see, what you should be doing is like going... Hoo-hoo! Talking like that, you see.
That's not, dude, that's not.
Yeah, what's he talking about? That's not
That's
right.
crap, that's crap.
No, it's not. It's zippy. Hoo-hoo, that's George. Hello, that's Bungle.
Oh, yeah. But the thing is, with my zippy, it can turn into Felicity Kendall. Oh, Margot Jenny, the cows have eaten the cabbages.
You're scaring me.
That's Felicity Kendall, wasn't it, kids? You think they're good now? I must stop watching UK Gold. I mean, why don't you do women?
I don't know, because... I did Mrs. Thatcher on Spitting Image when Steve Nallen wasn't there. So I had to copy his.
She's got that.
She speaks like that, you know, does it like that.
Oh, yeah.
But it's funny when you do impressions. So you just find some you can do and some you can't. And then
Yeah.
you find little tricks to do it. Like, I mean, Ronnie Corbett, I did sort of probably watching Rob do his, you know, you sort of... You learn how to do it, you know, you know, and by the way, and you sort of, you know, you pick up the little tricks along the way,
Yeah.
you know, learn a little phrase. Laugh.
Now, I've done jokes about celebrities in my monologue, and I've met them maybe at Pride of Britain Award or something like that, yeah, and they're giving you, like, evils and Have you done any, like, impressions and you've bumped into people and they've, like, got the arse with you?
Oh, well, I did this film recently. I did this film in America with Richard Gere.
Oh. Get him!
And we had he punched me.
No way.
Yeah. It was a fake stage fight, and I was supposed to dodge, and I didn't dodge quickly enough, and he went smack right on my cheek and gave me a black eye. So, yeah. And he, but the thing is, I did an impersonation of him in the first series of The Trip with Rob Brydon.
Yeah, you did that thing looking in the distance.
I said,
then,
he looks in the distance when he talks sometimes.
Yeah.
Anyway, and he came up to me afterwards and went, I saw that thing you did in The Trip. You think I'd let you get away with that?
Really? My God.
I think he was joking.
Yeah. When's it out, this thing?
Oh, it'll be out next year. It's called The Dinner.
The Dinner?
Yeah, and I play Richard Gere's younger, more attractive brother.
Yeah. Awkward. In your next film, you're going to be playing a gay who's married to Paul Rudd.
Yes.
Now, why are you doing this? Was it called First Straits to gay up? I think it's bloody cheek. You're taking food off my table. Because I had Tom Hardy on here, and he's playing Elton John in the new film. I'm like, hello, I am so Elton John, and I... Can you think of anyone? I was born to play Elton John. And it's fat, glasses, hair's a bit suspicious.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what sort of gay are you going to play?
All I know is that Paul Rudd is the more restrained gay.
Yeah.
And I'm a bit more colourful, shall we say.
Oh, OK. Yeah.
A colourful, more outgoing gay. Probably more in your field.
You come on here for research?
Yes.
That's lovely. Lovely.
Yeah. That's brilliant.
Here, good luck with everything, and good luck with the rest of Mid Morning Matters. When's it on again?
Next Tuesday, 10 o'clock.
Whatever next. Give it up to Steve Coogan, everyone.
Hello and welcome to Friday Night with me, Jonathan Ross.
Welcome to Alan Carr Chatty Man. Catastrophe star Rob Delaney and Michaela, Coel and Michael Socha from E-Force The Aliens will be here later. First, though, I never ever thought they'd take my booty call, but they're here tonight because they know where it's at. So wave your cargo pants in the air like you just don't care. And all rise for All Saints! What's that in the back?
It's fashion, Alan.
Oh, is it? Oh, hello. I wouldn't know. Now, how excited are you to be on the sofa at last?
Really
excited.
Really excited.
We
fit so nicely on it, don't we?
Perfection. Because there must have been dark times in the past when you thought you might never, ever get close to me. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
So how blown away are you by the reaction you've had to your comeback? Everyone's been so excited.
It's been wonderful. We've been so, like, blown away ourselves, and we're just, like, taking each day and appreciating it and loving everyone that's been supporting us. It's been amazing.
Some of those songs are nearly 20 years old. Can you believe it?
Oh, God.
But that is true, love. But they're still good. They haven't aged.
Yeah.
We have, but...
Now, listen, I don't want to get all Jeremy Kyle on your asses, but back in the day, there was a lot of fighting in the All Saints camp. We all know about that, don't we? What sort of stuff did you used to fight about? Come on.
There were no real, like, fights.
Yeah.
It's just
Let's do it like... Let's actually do it like Jeremy Kyle.
OK, go on. You go on now. Hang on, let me take my tea.
Shut it! So how bad did things get?
I've got too many teeth to be on Jeremy Kyle.
No. So tell me about... What did you row about? Tell me.
Any old Sorry, is that not Jeremy Kyle?
Unbelievable.
Cargo pants.
Cargo pants.
We were just hungover, so we just fight.
We go that a lot, don't they? What are you doing? Oh, my God! I shouldn't be I love the way you use my to get yourself up. So now, I know we're joking about the row and stuff, but how bad did it get? Did it get like, which you go like, well, tell Nicole I ain't speaking to her and all that. She was a bit flat during the chorus. Was it all like that?
She didn't say it to my face, not to someone else.
Oh, I see.
That's why we're very honest with each other, that's the thing.
But we didn't take the honesty very well back then. That's what it was. Yeah. And understandably so. We were, like, so young.
Yeah.
And now we're honest and it's cool.
How long do you think the reunion's going to last? Are you willing to... Have you got, like, a year plan, 5-year plan? Do you want it to go on and on?
We didn't even have this planned.
No,
It's just like just...
Really?
Yeah, we didn't even plan this. It's
And now we've got a tour in October.
A tour?
A tour!
Oh, my God, I'm so there. I'm so there. At the end of the video, you drop a Parker on the floor. Now, call me Juliet Bravo, but is that you throwing shade at a certain Parker-wearing singer of Oasis called Liam?
It is.
Yeah, OK, good for you. Honestly, I'm loving it.
I'm glad you noticed.
Yeah, oh, yeah, nothing gets past me, love. I'm like Jessica Fletcher on that bike. Now, papers have said the song's about yours and Liam's divorce, but that's not entirely correct, is it? It's about a particular phone call, isn't it?
Yeah. A phone call that I made to Shaz when I was away, when all this happened. And she just took it all in and just worked her magic and just wrote the song. And I didn't even know. And I was singing along to it months later. And she went, you know, when you spoke to me, and I told you, I just went, oh, my God. And it was quite heavy.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Now be Jeremy Cole.
No, I know. Shut up! Put something on the end of it. And how spot on? Did she get it right?
She got
you
it.
were
She
thinking?
always gets it. Always gets it, and that was it. She's a clever girl. She's a clever girl.
And what does Liam make of the song?
He loves it.
Really?
It's his favourite song.
Oh. Really? Oh my God! So, because the lyrics are quite raw, how are you feeling now about the situation? Have you picked yourself up and moved on, girlfriend?
Yeah, with the help of a little help from my friends.
Yeah, she's good.
She is
She's
I'm
fine.
really good.
She's good.
Really good.
Also, always were the most rock and roll girl group going, but I want to find out just how rock and roll you were, yeah, with a little game. Are you up for that?
Sure.
OK, well, let's do this. Let's play Never Ever. Girls, here's how it works. You know that game, Never Have I Ever? Well, this is the All Saints version. If you've done it, you have a shot and tell us the story, and whoever's got the least drink left at the end is the winner. Have you got it?
Got it.
All right, then, can we please have our first Never Ever? Trash the hotel room. Yeah, you drink. Have you ever trashed a hotel room?
Oh, God.
Oh.
Have you?
Never. That time with all the fire extinguishers.
Yeah.
Over there.
You had to be reminded about...
I didn't.
No,
So
he
what,
wasn't there.
I wasn't
what
there.
happened? What
I
happened?
wasn't there.
What hotel did you smash up?
It was in LA, wasn't it?
It's KG's bedroom.
It was our producer KG's bedroom.
Yeah.
And he'd gone out, and we decided to make it look like...
There was nothing in it.
Yeah. So we put everything in the lift and sent it down to reception. That was a long, long, long time ago.
Our next Never Ever Please had a wardrobe malfunction on stage.
Yes.
No, 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 it was
What
that.
happened? What happened? Was it like Janet Jackson?
Shaz used to wear this piece of leather that was just across her chest and had loads of strings at the back to tie up. And I think she's come... I remember you come on stage because it took so long, and you were like... You came on, you were like... My top's not done up properly, and it was a malfunction.
Yeah.
And I think it
But
was
you
just
never
dreamed
saw.
out.
You never saw anything.
I think it's come out a couple of times.
Your boob has come out.
Yes.
Will it come out on this next tour? Can you? Is that an Alan Carr exclusive? It might pop out. You might be lucky. Our next Never Ever, please. Forgotten the lyrics to my own song. Oh. Who's the worst for forgetting? Really, what have you forgotten?
We were performing at the O2 a couple of years back, and I managed to forget that entire first verse of Pure Shores. And it wasn't coming back. I was staring at the girls, they were just looking at me like, ah. And then, so I just went, oh, sorry, I'm nearly 40.
You said that, I'm sorry, I'm nearly 40.
Yes, she did.
The tour's going to be much better, I promise.
Our next Never Ever, please. Embarrass myself at the Brit Awards.
Yeah.
Chastity, how does this man know about it? What did you do? What did you do?
Cried. Like a baby.
Why?
Because I wasn't like that.
Oh, was it all like snot bubbles and like...
No. Not far off,
Oh
darling,
my
not
God.
far off.
I got off with, tried to get off with Take That.
Actually, there was one time we were at the Brits and we saw you backstage and you'd burnt your bum. You'd come back from holiday
yes,
and you were
come
showing
on
us
holiday.
pictures of your burnt
Yeah, I know!
So you need to drink it.
Yeah. You all better...
There you go.
And so, the most rock and roll member of All Saints is Shaznay! Good luck with the tour. Good luck with the album. When's it out again?
April 8th.
April the 8th. And you're going on tour as well.
No,
Coco.
no.
Give it up for All Saints, everyone! Thank you, girls. First, though, he's the funniest man on Twitter, an award-winning sitcom star and a stand-up whose tours are always a sellout. Doesn't sound like much of a catastrophe to me. It's Rob Delaney! Want a drink, my love?
Sure, yeah, I'd take a...
What do you fancy?
What do we got here? I'll take a Coca-Cola.
Oh, no, it's Tizer.
Oh, good Lord. Let's see what it is.
What's wrong with Tizer?
I don't even... I'm American. I don't know what that is, but I'll drink it.
Now, you're on with Sharon Organ, weren't you?
Yeah, last time for Catastrophe.
Yeah. Because you came on, weren't it? The first series, massive hit, and then you had to quickly write a second series, didn't you?
They did ask us to make a second one, lickety-split.
Yeah,
And we did. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, we almost had to be hospitalized at the end of the second one because we made it very quickly.
And the first one was about how you met, and then the second series were you struggling with kids and married life and keeping the passion.
Yep.
At the end of series 2, spoiler alert, Rob found out Sharon had been...
Had maybe been.
Maybe.
Had maybe been. She didn't know if she had, and it was up to us to maybe try and find out. But then, wouldn't you know it, the series ended. So we'll have to find out.
Oh, a little cliffhanger.
Yep.
How autobiographical is Catastrophe?
Sharon and I have worked out that it's about 49% true.
Oh, okay.
So that way we have cover to say, like, no, that totally didn't happen. That's in the 51%, you know, when people complain to us about appropriating their personal stories and stuff. We're like, no, we made that up. You're crazy.
And you've got 3 boys. How many times a day do they do stuff that you think, oh, that would go great in the show?
Honestly, not too often, because if you saw in series 2, we don't do too much wacky kid stuff. The kids are more like a, this is terrible to say, but like a stressor on the parents. So it's just about the way kids just tear your soul asunder and on you, leave you to die, you know, next to the railroad tracks. But you had Coogan is on the show today, which is amazing.
Yes.
And my kids do like to do a little Partridge impression, my 3-year-old and my 4-year-old, because my wife and I watch Mid Morning Matters. We watch each episode like 3 times.
Yeah.
And so my 3-year-old and my 4-year-old have heard us say many times, there's this one commercial where he goes, middle of the morning? You bet. Middle age? Maybe. Middle of the road? No way. And my wife and I... Thanks. My wife and I do that, I would say, maybe 20 times a day. And so now my children do it all the time, which it's really fun to hear a 3-year-old little American kid do it, go like, maybe. That brings me great joy.
So, do your kids speak American or English?
My 4-year-old totally has an American accent still, and we came here almost 2 years ago. My 3-year-old, Cockney taxi driver.
No way!
Absolutely. In fact, I was FaceTiming with my mom and sister who live in Boston recently, and the way he says, water, that's how he says, water. So I think that's adorable. And so I was FaceTiming with my mom and my sister, and I said, guys, get this. And I go, honey, say what comes out of the faucet. What liquid comes out of the faucet? And he goes, blood.
But now, you're on tour at the moment with your new show, Meat.
Meat.
Yeah. Look at that photo of you with the tash.
Yeah, that's a pretty severe photo, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like something off Tinder, isn't it? I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't know, but yeah.
You do get a bit political in your show about the NHS. Now, we probably don't appreciate it over here because we've got it.
Yeah,
you've come from America and you've seen the NHS. What, in your eyes, what's so good about it?
Well, it's really nice to do something like go in and have a baby. I don't have babies, but my wife has them all the time.
Thanks for clearing that up.
When you go in there, and they just take care of you and then say, hey, have a great life, little baby, and good job, Mom, and then they send you on your way. And then they don't send you a bill for $1,300, even when you have insurance, like a month later. It's just awful.
Is that true?
Absolutely. If you have a healthy baby, no complications, 100% you get a bill for over $1,000 a month after you get home. So that's not even weird. Like, talk to any American, they know somebody who that's happened to. So the NHS, if people try to take it away from you, you just have to go up to them and you just have to push them off of a very high mountain because it's just, it's so wonderful, the NHS.
God, what happens if On the subject of politics, I've got to ask about Donald Trump.
Yes.
Now, he's just taken Florida.
He sure did, yeah.
Yeah. Are you worried about him?
I'm not worried about... I'm worried about the virulent racism that he harnesses and uses like a weapon. So he's totally a dangerous, disgusting monster person, orange bigot. I don't think that he'll be the president of the United States of America.
Chatty Man we've got NHS, Trump. It's like question time. You, the lady with the beard. Yeah, you. That's what it's like, Chatty Man, yeah. Well, I'm not that into politics, as you know, but I am fascinated by Donald Trump's hair. I don't know if you are. You have it well. I mean, even Elton John was going, what the is that? You know? It looks like two of Bruce's wigs having a fight, doesn't it?
So good.
I was wondering about Donald Trump, how his hair works, what's underneath it.
How it works.
No, do you know what I mean? Because it actually looks like it hurts.
Yeah.
It's so I found this app that shows you what Donald Trump looks like, makes me look like him, So... Look, can you see that on there?
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's...
And then I also got this wig. Hey, let's build that wall! What else does he say? What else does he say?
I am very wealthy. I'd like to pay a Mexican woman to do a duty on me.
A Mexican woman to do a duty on me. I'm very rich.
You're the greatest. Oh, that's monstrous.
Here, Rob, you have a go. Go on, love.
Oh, no. Oh. So disgusting. I'm as ugly on the outside as I am on the inside. Run me over. Back up. Run over again. I'm so sorry, Mexico. I'm sorry.
Oh, my God.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, get it all out. Good luck with the rest of the tour.
Thank you.
When's it on till?
May 13th is when you guys can all come. And then you can go to robdelaney.com for the rest of the dates around the country.
And it's all over and everywhere.
It's all over the whole friggin' joint.
Your meat's everywhere.
It's all, yeah.
Hey, high five. Give it up for Rob Delaney, everyone. Look who's dropped by. It's only Michaela Blooming Coel and Michael Bleeding Socha from the Aliens. Michaela was, of course, in Chewing Gum and The Brilliant Top Boy, and Michael was in Being Human and the fantastic This Is England. I love that bloody show. Now, we've got to talk about your new show, Aliens. Now, for anyone who hasn't seen it yet, it's sort of like District 9 meets Misfits, meets The Wire, meets Jeremy Kyle, meets Babe Station, meets Hollyoaks, meets Who Do You Think You Are, meets Drugs Live, but good. How would you describe it?
I guess there's a group of people in one place, and aliens landed on the Earth about 40 years ago, and we don't know what to do with them because we can't live amongst them. Their hair makes us high. It's creating a new drug.
That's weird, isn't it? That hair. Do you know, in the show, hair, everything, you burn it, don't you? Then you get off your face.
And it burns green.
Yeah. I wonder how much Brian May would be worth. Because he's got a lot of hair. Everyone would be buzzing for years. Brilliant. Now, people who's allergic to sci-fi shouldn't be put off by this, should it? Because it's very gritty, isn't it? It's not filmed like Doctor Who and stuff, is it? It's like proper gritty and down to earth and real.
Yeah, and the aliens don't have any, like, special powers, really. They can't do anything special.
They've got bigger willies, haven't they?
That's
a special power, I think, in itself.
Because E.T. used to just point his finger.
Who knows what he did with it after?
Yeah. Oh, I can't watch E.T. now. That's disgusting. Oh, no. Now, the story's set in Britain, but you filmed it in Bulgaria. How was that? Because I'm looking for somewhere romantic, you know, like a city break. What's the nightlife in Bulgaria like? Is it nice?
It's really good, actually, because
I've never ever seen anything about Bulgaria.
Yes. So I like hip-hop, I like R&B.
Yeah.
So I found the one and only hip-hop club in Bulgaria.
Yeah, you did.
It's called Sugar, and I loved it there because, you know, I'd walk in and just because I'm black, people would kind of worship me, and I loved it. You know, just throwing hands, I'd be like, yeah! They'd be like, yeah, you're like Jay-Z. I'm like, yes, I am. I made friends with the DJ. I made friends with the manager. That was like,
my God!
Yeah.
And your character has a sideline running a kinky alien webcam.
She's a cam girl.
Yeah. How do you find filming those scenes as an alien?
Yeah, no, as an alien. Not only is she a cam girl, she's an alien.
Yeah.
Do
you like show your third breast off or something?
Yeah, that's it. It's in my back. It's the middle one in the back. So you've just got a bit of arse, bit of tip right there. Just the back. No, really, I had to just kind of go, get over yourself, Michaela.
Where do you stand on age? Do you think there exists? Is there someone out there? Be honest with me.
Prince, for example, I always thought may be an alien.
Okay,
yeah, that's the one I'm like most certain of.
You think he's an alien?
Yeah.
Why Prince? What makes you think he's
Is
an
it
alien?
because he's like really small?
No, it's not only small. His talent, he's like sometimes I'm like that Beyonce. You're like too talented. Where'd you get it from? Not Earth. Thus, you must be an alien.
Michaela, you're a writer, actor, producer. You're an alien.
I never said I wasn't an alien.
Oh my God! What an exclusive! Good luck with the rest of the aliens. When's
Thank
it
you.
on?
Tuesday.
Wicked. Give it up for Michaela Coel and Michael Socha, everybody. That's it for tonight's show. A massive thank you to Steve Coogan, All Saints, Rob Delaney, and of course, Michaela Coel and Michael Socha. On next.
And welcome to Friday Night with me, Jonathan Ross.
Welcome to Alan Carr Chatty.
Oh, Jesus.
I've just been messed.
Oh. Don't patronise me, Alicia.